Hey, welcome back to another episode of the Disturbed Penguin podcast. As always, I am your host, Xavior Penguin. Welcome back to a brand new podcast. Thanks everyone for listening in, and I do appreciate it. You don't have to, because you get to hear me anyway on my videos and all that good jazz. I guess I'm just being a little weird today. It's snowing right now here in St. Louis. I'm up at our second store where I work at, and it's coming down pretty good, pretty good. I'm digging it. So yeah, it's coming down pretty good. Me personally, and other people, if they happen to listen, might think I'm a little nuts, but I want at least a foot of snow, just for the fact that I can go in and play. And yes, I may be 33 years old. I just turned 33 as I scoot my chair back. Just turned 33. Oh, stop vibrating phone. But I still like to play in the snow and go and drive out in it and everything else. But that means I also am off from work. Because as you know, I've said before, I live in a valley, and I can go uphill to work both ways, and if I can't get up my hill, I can't get to work. But anyway, no, this is going to be a little bit different of a podcast, subject wise. Most of the last couple ones have been updates, and this is going to be a little bit of an update, but some a review of a place that I went to. And if you read on my blog, you'll have read and seen pictures already. But we'll get into that in a little bit. I do want to update people on the Child's Play charity event that I've been not event. The donation thing that I've been doing with the game Archibald's Adventures. Archibald's Adventures is a game made by a company called Rake in Grass. And great game. A couple years ago, unfortunately, I had talked to the author of this game, asked if I could record his game. I was going to buy the game anyway, because it's a fun game anyway. It's got good puzzles. It makes you think. And for me, not being as logical as what I would like to be, it actually helps a little bit. So I went to the author. I'm like, hey, do you mind if I, purchase your game? I wanted to anyway, but record it for YouTube. Because any game that I play, I like to ask the author if I can. Now, if their website says, yeah, go ahead, record it, monetize it, whatever, I don't ask. I just link to the page in the description on YouTube on saying, hey, I can do this. But if it's like an indie game or a smaller game, I go ahead and ask. Well, I did. Little did I know, I got a reply back, yeah, sure, go ahead, that sounds like a good idea, and bam, there is a key for your game. You don't have to buy it. I'm like, dude, you didn't have to do that, but thank you, though. Oh, if you hear other things in the background where it's where you hear static or like a low sound, that's the heater. That's the vent for the heater above me, and I do have one to the right of me that's on. So I apologize a little bit about the noise. I don't have a good microphone for my cell phone. I'm just using the onboard. So he gave me a free key. I'm like, dude, you didn't have to do that. He goes, I know. I want to help out the community, so bam. I'm like, okay, cool. So I got the game. So I had, back in 2014, I had decided that every death that I did, I would donate $1 for. Or every restart that I did, I would donate $1 for. And I only got about 8 episodes in. And unfortunately, some tough times came about to where I wasn't able to donate for Child's Play charity. So that had been put on the back burner. Come back to 2015, where everything seemed to be okay. I decided to reboot the series since I wanted to reboot it. I called Archibald's Adventures Reboot. That's what I named the series for YouTube. That's not the name of the game. The name of the game is Archibald's Adventures. So I rebooted it, and I made it to where I would donate 50 cents for every death or restart that I had to do. I would play 8 levels a recording. Well, there's 8 worlds. Spoiler alert, there's 7 worlds with 14 levels and 2 special levels apiece, except for the first world. And the 8th world, there's just 1 level to complete. So I would record 1 through 8, the next recording session 9 through 14, plus 2 special levels. I would donate after each one. And in the beginning it wasn't bad, but toward the middle and the end, I started dying a lot. And I had determined that after every 100 deaths or restarts, I would donate $10 extra. So every episode, a minimum of $10 would be donated, plus 50 cents for every death or restart that I did. That went on for what? How many episodes was that? Archibald's Adventures. For 13 episodes. Okay, no problem. No problem at all. Really? 13 episodes? Oh yeah, because Brainiac's Mansion World 1, that was just all one level, one recording. Okay, cool. So 13 different ones. Okay, no problem. After tallying everything up, after looking at what I've done, I had died 294 times. 294 deaths or restarts. I'm like, wow. And that's just in the first main game. Now, there are 2 expansions within Archibald's Adventures that I will be doing. I'll get back to that in a little bit. The total amount donated was $294. So I thought, oh, okay, that's actually pretty neat. 294 deaths and restarts and $294 raised for Child's Play charity. Now, this is being done, like I say at the end of each of the videos for Archibald's Adventures. We, as in me, are donating money to Child's Play charity through farlandsorbust.com. Farlandsorbust.com is run by a gentleman by the name of Kurt J. Mack, who is walking west to the Farlands in Minecraft Beta 1.7.3. He's been going on for quite a while. I want to say, what? Man, I can't even remember the years now. I want to say 5 years, just about. Give or take 6 months. Been walking west to the Farlands, raising money on a walkathon for Child's Play charity. And at the end of each season that he has, he will press F3. Now, for those that don't know, if you press F3 within Minecraft, you're going to get all kinds of technical information. Specifically, what your coordinates are on how far away you are, or how far he is currently, away from spawn. From beta 1.7.3, spawn was determined to be at 0, 0. 0x, 0z, and then some random y coordinate. So he decided to walk west quite a few years ago, and has been walking ever since. As of Season 5, which we're in Season 6 right now, Season 5, he has walked 2,255,779 million blocks away from spawn. 2255779. Damn it, now I gotta double check. I believe that's it. Farlands or Bust. Okay. Yeah, a professional podcaster here doesn't know his own. Doesn't know his own. Has not done research before the episode. Yay me. Uh, let's see. Is this it? No, it's not Guinness World Records. Even though he is in it. That was in April when he did it, and he didn't. Okay. Yeah, go me on not researching this. Let's see, about, I believe. 2,266,779 blocks. Not fives, but sixes. 2,266,779 from the furthest Z coordinate, which that's equivalent to, 2,266 kilometers from spawn, yeah. Now, Farlands are located at 12,550,820 meters. So we're about 18% of the way there. We, as in, I am a Farlander. I support Kurt J. Mack. Well, during this Archibald's Adventures thing, we're donating to Season 6 for the Child's Play charity goal of $60,000. And we helped contribute, we as in me, contributed $294 to that. So that is awesome. Now, speaking of charity, I'm going to take a month off from doing Archibald's Adventures for right now. Just for the fact that I've got something else that I'll be doing for charity, and that is the Conelanders Racing League for Dirt Rally. For this month of February, we're going to be racing in various places using a front-wheel drive kit car. Don't ask me what it means, because I don't know. I don't know rally. I am an idiot whenever it comes to that. All I know, it's a car that's upgraded to various aspects of it. And it drives, and I have to go fast, like Sonic fast. Gotta go fast. Gotta go fast. And make a good time and compete with other people. We've done this for a month already, and I didn't do any donations or anything for that. Well, this month I am. I haven't quite figured that out yet. I've got to record tonight for video for Friday when Dirt Rally comes out for me on my channel, youtube.com/xavior.penguin. Like you already know already. You're already here. Why am I promoting? So that's what I'll be doing. I'll be recording tonight for Dirt Rally, and it'll be released on Friday. And at that time, hopefully I'll figure out what I'm going to do for charity. Now, I'll explain some things within the Dirt Rally video, but that'll be fun. So I'll be donating to that as well. So, that being said, we've done pretty good for charity. We have. We, as in me again. And the reason I was donating to Child's Play charity through farlandsorbust.com for Season 6 is I want a flobathon sooner rather than later. I like the flobathons. I like the last few times, 8-hour live streams and talking with people and interacting with Kurt and everything. It's fun. Kurt's a good guy. He's got a good heart on him. He's done a lot of good work for charity with Minecraft. He's done a lot of good, so I want to try to support him in various things. So moving on to a different kind of subject. I think I covered what I wanted to do with the charity. Now it's in terms of the podcast. Now, if you remember, about a couple weeks ago, I had wanted to talk about possibly trying to do a podcast on podbean.com. Read some reviews, did some internal thinking and things like that, and I'm like, no, I want to be able to do this right. I don't want to have someone else host my podcast So what I'm going to do is I'm going to host my podcast. I do have a blog. I do have a website, disturbed-penguin.net. You can find various other little tidbits of information about me there, as well as access to whatever social media I decide to use. I know I do Facebook, Twitter, Google+, Flickr. Flickr is what I do. Scratch my arm here. You're going to hear some rustling. Flickr is what I use for my images, for various things that I take pictures of, either on my actual physical Sony A57 camera or my phone, and upload it there. It could be random shit, just random stuff. What else do I use? Facebook, Twitter, Google+, Flickr. What's the other thing that I have? Here I go again, not fucking ready in terms on what I wanted to talk about. Because they're all on the right side of the page. And of course YouTube. So I do have that there. Okay. If I want to write something longer, than a tweet, then usually I'll put it up as a blog post. Good old Coca-Cola. Eat your heart out, Cone. I got Coca-Cola. So I've got an add-on for my WordPress that I will have a podcast feed. I'll make it to where you're able to download it from my website if you want to take it with you. If you want to be able to stream it from my website, you can. And also there'll be an RSS link that you'll be able to put in your favorite RSS or podcast player, whatever one. And I'm hoping, if everything goes right, depending on certain things, I'm going to try to put it on Google Play, on Google Music. Because as of late, there have been updates to Google Music to include a podcast section. And if that's the case, I'll just put that up there. But I'm kind of leery about that because I think people can leave reviews. Now, this is not the most professional podcast, all right? This is just me killing time up here at my second store that I help run. And it gives me something to do. Something else to fill a void for recording. Do I have to do this? No. Do I want to? Yeah. Do I like it? Yeah. I think it's fun. I get to talk. I do like to talk. But, if it's a professional podcast, they've got, deeper voices with professional microphones and things like that. Hello, I'm Xavior Penguin, and welcome to the Disturbed Penguin podcast. Here today, I have with me Cone Dodger 240. We're going to talk about the latest events in F1 racing and the different technologies that are currently being used. No, I don't have anything like that. I'm just a guy, 33 years old, a geek, nerd, gamer, goof off. Likes to have fun, drink a bit. Ginger, I'm just a guy. I'm just a normal guy, normal freaking equipment. Samsung Galaxy S6 phone, using Easy Voice Recorder Pro from the Android store, the Google Play Store, using the microphone that's built in. I don't have anything fancy. I'm just doing this for fun. And I figure, well, maybe if I can make it a little easier for people, if I do put up a podcasty type section on my website so you can use your own favorite podcast player or anything else. Now, granted, I could do a whole iTunes thing. iTunes? Wow. iTunes. Not sure how quite that works. I don't think I'm ready for it. I don't have many listeners in regards to that. in terms of my YouTube channel, because that's where this is going. So it'll be a simultaneous release whenever I do get this up and running tonight, for Wednesday, February 10th. It'll be uploaded to YouTube, and I'll also put it on my website as well. I'll tweet it out if you follow me. I'll tweet it out and say, hey, I've done this, and you'll be able to use it. So hopefully, this will be a good thing. Now, will I get more subscribers because I'm doing this? I don't know. I don't know who looks at my shit. You know, frankly, I don't care. Again, I'm just doing this for fun. Now, granted, I have gotten more subscribers thanks to the Conelanders Racing League through Reddit that I'm a moderator of, which I'm trying to steadily improve the looks and layout and things like that, so bear with me. But I've gotten more views on Dirt Rally, not views, subscribers for Dirt Rally than I have any of my other games. So it's like, do I want to just focus on driving games, or do I just want to keep doing the same stuff I'm doing? I'm doing the same stuff I'm doing. I like playing my video games. I like recording them. It's fun. If I get subscribers, yay. If not, I don't care. You know, I'm in this to have fun. And like I've said before, I believe if I have fun and people see that I'm having fun, then I'll get a subscriber. It's whatever. I don't care. I'm having fun, and for the people that have subscribed, thank you for subscribing. You guys are awesome. If there's anything I can do to make my channel better, let me know. You know, I mean, again, I'm not getting paid for any of this. I'm not putting on ads because ads are bullshit. Fuck that. I'm not going to change who I am, so fuck that. I'm still going to be myself. And if you can't handle me, then I don't want you on my channel anyway. Because I will cuss, I will swear, I will throw out randomosities. Deal with me. Okay? I am who I am. I am who I am. Oh, wow. I didn't get a lot of vapor from that. Alright, hold up. I gotta bring the big boy out. There we go. That was good. Alright, so speaking of my blog, speaking of my blog, I do have a post up on a place that I went to this last weekend. Now, this last weekend, well, 2 weekends ago, was the 30th of January. That was my birthday. I turned 33. Woohoo! 33 on the 30th. So I did do that, and I had people over at my place. Well, yeah, our place, my fiance and I. Had people over, and we just sat, drank, chilled, watched Mythbusters while we were drunk. It was fantastic. I had the people there that I wanted. I wanted a small little group. And the next weekend, which was this last weekend, we were going to go to a place called 708. Spelled out, 708. That place is a burlesque and bar in off the landing in St. Louis. So if you know where Morgan Street Brewery is, it's a half block south. And you're there on the opposite side of the street that Morgan Street Brewery is on. Right by Joey B's. Or like right close to Joey B's. And we were going to go there, and I was wanting to see one of the burlesque shows. Now, burlesque is different than stripping or going to a strip club. Remember that burlesque is all about, at least this is my opinion. I could be completely wrong. I'm a guy. I've been known to be wrong and everything. So, as I rearrange my legs to get a better position, burlesque, to me, is all about the acting, the feeling, the emotion behind what you're doing. Yes, some ladies or guys in the burlesque show will strip. Okay, fine, cool. So be it. Strip. But they don't go completely naked as what some strip clubs do. Instead of seeing nipples, you see pasties. Okay? They don't strip down their panties or their undergarments from the waist down. They keep those on, whether it be a thong or whatever. But it's all about the emotion, the art, the beauty of whatever they're doing, and of possibly the human body itself. That's what I believe in. That's what I believe that burlesque is about. Now, that being said, we went to 708 off the landing in St. Louis. Here in St. Louis. And I met up with my friend up there. I'm not going to give names. I know she has a DJ name because she did DJing for a while. Still does it on the side. But she's a bar manager there. And we got there and, we had food and we went to see the burlesque show and drank and had a grand old time. When we got there, because that was a too long didn't listen kind of thing. Yay, we got there, food was great, burlesque show was great, friends were great, left, had fun. To go into detail, we get there, and I'm not reading from my blog, I'm doing this by memory, because, fuck reading at times. If you go to my blog and see the post about a very Ludo burlesque, spoiler alert, it's a wall of text. It took me 2 hours to type that while I'm listening to Co-Star play Quake and everything, just hearing the random noise in the background. But then I turned that off and started listening to Ludo and try to type this up. 18,000 characters, and 2 hours later, wall of text. So basically, we get there, we go up and sit in our same spot we did the last couple of times. Now, we had placed a reservation, and unfortunately, it didn't get reserved. However, we arrived there early enough to get the table that I wanted, which is fine. No harm on their part. I asked my bartender friend, the bar manager friend. I'm just going to call her DJ. DJ A will be her name for right now. So I asked her, hey, can you set me up a table reservation for where I want it? She goes, yeah, sure. Well, I had a feeling she got busy because she's the bar manager. She has to make sure people are doing their jobs. Make sure people are taken care of with, if they need alcohol behind the bar or whatever. So be it. It didn't get reserved, but that's fine. No skin off my back. I ain't complaining. I got my spot. The spot is, because in this bar they have an upstairs, and the upstairs is a nice little loft with a few tables if you want to sit down, eat, and drink. And we got the table that basically almost sat above the bar, so I could look over the railing and see the entire length of the bar. Perfect spot. That's a good spot to be in. We got there, and we got our sodas or waters for right now, because we didn't want to get too drunk before we ate and all that. So we ordered our food. Took a little bit, but there was a good reason behind it, because most places they'll cook up food, bam, or I can't frickin' snap today. Dang it, whatever. I can't snap. So I just lost my train of thought. Holy shit. Fuck. Man, I hate that. Oh, okay. Sorry. It's back on track now. So there's a good reason for it to be a little longer than normal, because the food was fan-fucking-tastic. All right. Now, yes, this is a bar. Okay? Yes, they have a burlesque show, which I'll get to in a little bit. The food was phenomenal. All right? And I'm not just saying this because I was drunk. I wasn't at the time. I didn't start drinking until after I got done eating. The food, with the burlesque show going on, they changed their menu depending on the theme of the burlesque show. So this one was called a Very Ludo Burlesque. Ludo is a band, has long since disbanded, unfortunately. That made it big here in St. Louis, and as well as nationally. If you ever heard the song "Love Me Dead," or "You're Awful, I Love You," or "Whipped Cream," those are their three, I guess you could say, main songs that got big on the radio. Okay, fine. That's cool. So the theme was centered around their music, which is fantastic. Anyway, I'm a big fan of theirs. I love their music. So the menu was centered around names of various songs. Some of the shots were named after various songs, which I think was hilarious. I didn't take a picture of that because that would have been really neat to see. Well, anyway, we get our food, and like I said, fantastic. Let me take a drink of my soda real quick. Now, this is not your typical bar food. All right? It's not. To me, this was more gourmet bar food. Like the really good, I don't even know how to say, just really good food. Various people had various burgers, various dishes. Like there was a pork steak, there was macaroni and cheese with different toppings and entrees within the macaroni and cheese, different kinds of burgers, different kinds of steaks. Really good food. Now, granted, I'm a plain individual, all right? I am a weird person. I like a lot of plain food. I have to be in the mood if I'm going to get, like various sauces on a burger or whatever. I have to be in the mood for it. A lot of times I'm not. So, I ordered a burger and just said cheese only. That's all I wanted. Just cheese only on a burger, medium well. That's it. No problem. So I got my burger. And I tell you what, that was the best damn cheeseburger, plain cheeseburger, I have ever had. All right. Again, I was not drunk at this time. That comes later. The bread was sweet and lightly toasted. My burger was nice, cooked all the way through, exactly how I wanted it. A little crispy on the outside, but juicy on the inside. My mouth is watering just by thinking about it. The cheese was, I think it was probably cheddar. If not, it was some other different kind of cheese, which was just awesome. It complemented the burger and the bread very nicely. The fries were normal steak fries with a very light, salt, peppery, maybe some garlic seasoning on it, because I kind of remember the taste of a little bit of garlic, not much. So the fries were great. I mean, the whole food was just... I barely finished my burger, because it was a big burger. Probably a half-pound burger, I think. Probably, I won't say half pound. I want to say about a 2/3 pound burger. Between a half and 2/3, one of the two. I can't remember, but it was a big burger. Finished that up. Almost finished my fries. I was solid for the rest of the evening. I didn't want any more food. I was filled up. Everyone else at the table just praised the food because it was that great. Like one of my friends, we nickname him Scooter. I'm not going to tell you his real name, but we nickname him Scooter. He had said that night that he can't wait to come back to try the different menu options for the show that we were going to go see. Well, he did and tried it, and again, absolutely loved the food. Apparently, when I was talking to DJA, she, as well as the owner, Boss Chaos 8, or we'll just call him Boss, they hired on a damn good waiter, or not waiter, damn good chef. At the end of the night, I was a bit drunk. And I got to talk to the chef, and I told him, I go, dude, your ass better be here the next time I come back because I want to eat your food. Because it's just that damn good. And he was a very humble man. I mean, he had a grill all up. He had dreadlocks on. Dreadlocks in his hair. Or it was weaved or something. I don't know. Black guy, cool guy, just outright awesome. He was even the one that brought up our food. The chef doesn't do that, but he did anyway. Very, very awesome guy. Anyway, he's got his grill showing all gold and everything. And I told him, I go, dude, I want your ass here again next time I come back because I want to eat your food. And he was just smiling, kind of the humble, like, oh, well, thank you, that kind of thing, I appreciate, very soft-spoken. About his abilities. He didn't brag about them. But I figured that since he was the one that cooked our food, I felt the need to compliment him and praise him because it really was. I don't do that at other restaurants. I mean, I just don't do that. I don't go up to chefs at various places and say, hey, man, your food was great. Da, 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 da. I don't do that. But since it was at a little hole-in-the-wall burlesque and bar place off the landing, and he was there, I thought, well, I think I better. Because it wasn't out of, because it's a small place. I did it because I felt the need to let him know how good his food actually is. I mean, he turned a simple burger, a simple cheeseburger, into something gourmet-like, and even presented it as such on the dinner plate. I don't know how old this dude is. I don't know where he's gone to get, I don't know where he got taught on how to cook or if he's just that damn good, but he really is. So if you go to 708, have your drinks, buy the food. Definitely. That's a must. That is a must because you will not be disappointed in that. So after we got our food, we did go and we did get some drinks. And the drinks, they were a little expensive. Not too bad. They could be brought down in price. But the drinks that were had were specialty drinks using like real good high quality liqueur, which made them taste really good. So we all started drinking, getting a little loopy, and it was about that time to go down to the theater. To go to the theater to see a burlesque show. Myself, well, all of my main crew. We have Wolfie, Scooter, we have Yvonne, we have my pilot, my woman, and then me. Again, nicknames. Haha. We had, would she want to be called Yvonne? Yeah, I'll call her Yvonne. Okay. So, Wolfie, Scooter, Yvonne, my pilot, my woman, and me, we all got VIP tickets. Now, what that simply means is that we're going to be sitting in the first 2 rows of the burlesque show. Okay? Now, you can buy a VIP ticket for, $20? Or I believe you can buy a regular ticket for 10. Here I go again, looking it up because I was not ready to talk about this subject here. You can find all the information regarding 708 at their website, the number 7, number 0, number 8, stl.com. The name of the business is called 708, all spelled out, but their website is all numbers, 708stl.com. So, a regular ticket, yeah, what? When? It shouldn't be that high. What are you doing? Okay, I want to get tickets. And you won't let me click on them. Great. I just want to see the tickets. Is it because might be sold out? Well, poop on a stick. It won't let me look. But I know that what I paid, it was $50 for 3 people. It was a $20 regular VIP ticket, and then I could get 2 VIP tickets for $30. So you're saving yourself about $10 if you get a 2-pack for 2 people. And I think general admission is $10 to $15 depending. I'm not too sure on that price because I can't go look at it right now. Grr. So we get seated on stage left, which is the right side of the stage. When you're looking at the stage, we were on the right. If you're looking from the stage, we're on the left, so stage left. We sat there front row. And I'd like to think we got a little bit extra treatment, maybe, but I don't think we did. DJ A came out and said, hey, and showed us one of the waitresses. Her name is Tiffany, and she was the one that waited on us. So this girl, Tiffany, that DJ A had told us about, DJ A said, all right, I've got this waitress here. Her name's Tiffany. She's going to be the one taking care of you guys. And from what I found out, not only did she take care of us, but also the other VIP table behind us. So it really wasn't like exclusive to us. She was exclusive to the VIP area. Regardless, we got treated properly. I mean, she came back every about 10 or so, 10, 15 minutes, asking if we wanted another drink to see how we were doing and things like that. And she did a damn good job. She was kind of she was a cutie, a little hottie right there, especially when all she was really wearing were boots and a mini skirt, and her upper half was body painted. So yeah, that was really neat to see. Yeah, well, we'll just leave it at that, But she took real good care of us and everything, and I ordered a couple of drinks and chugged those down and had a good old time with the waitress. But we got to watch the show, all right? I'm not going to go back into detail on the amount of detail that I've done on my blog post. If you want to read it, head to my website, disturbed-penguin.net, and you'll see a topic called A Very Ludo Burlesque. What the point of what I'm wanting to talk about on the podcast are the actual people. Because, holy cow, these people are very talented, okay? They come in all different shapes and sizes, different backgrounds, male and female alike. Boss Chaos 8, as well as his better half and counterpart, Katarina von Rocket, they have picked out a damn good group of people to be in their troupe. Fantastic attitudes all around. Fantastic demeanors, very athletic, very graceful, agile dancers, performers, with great acting abilities and everything. Boss Chaos, or just Boss, like I said before, he's a good guy. He really is. I mean, he's the owner or co-owner of 708. And it seems like to me that on stage, he is on. When he's on stage, Boss Chaos 8. The man, the myth, the legend. When I speak, you pay attention. He's got that commanding of a voice on stage. Whether it be singing or just talking in general. When he speaks, you listen up. And that's just regardless of who you are. His personality is very large on stage. Now, what I like about Boss is that he's the exact opposite when he's off stage. Now, granted, since we got VIP tickets, after the show, we got to go to the back part of the stage, or to the side part of the stage, and talk with the cast. Talk with Boss and Katarina and Lorelei Lilly and Clyde and all of them. We got to talk to them, or in Phoenix Rain. He's fucking awesome. Got to talk to all of them on a more personal basis. And it seems like when they're on stage, their personalities are on. Boss is even more so. But off the stage, they're meek. They're humble. They're not like, oh, well, yeah, I know how to dance. Haha, look at me. Haha, I even do this in real life. Haha, you know. But when I'm not on the stage, woo, look at me. And gloat about, no, they don't. When you tell them, like, what was it? When I first saw, and I was telling a customer this earlier today, I told him, if you ever want to see a good show, go see, 708. But I said that Boss was humble, and it's true. I mean, when I went to see him and his troupe do Comics After Dark, which was Marvel and DC comic book heroes and supervillains on stage, which was very neat to see. Boss was the Joker and Katarina was Harley Quinn. Fantastic. Seeing him dressed up as Joker in the VIP room, me telling him and lauding his praises, hey, you were awesome, you did this, it was fantastic, the song you sang, great, acting, everything, blah, 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 you guys do great, you got a good group, just basically overall praising him. He was had his head down, looked off to the side, well, thank you very much, appreciate that, we do put a lot of hard work, just real soft-spoken and humble about the entire thing. And you don't see that in a lot of people. Now me, yeah, you'll see that in me. I've had people say, well, you're great on doing these videos. You do fantastic. I'm like, yeah, no. I mean, I could always do better. But thank you, and I'm humble about it. But he was real humble. And the rest of the troupe, very humble indeed. Like one guy I talked to, Clyde Barlow. He's a short guy, all right? No problem. No problem at all. I have no problem with short people. My fiance is short. Love it. But that's another story altogether. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. So, the way that he moves on stage and the attitude and persona that he takes on with whatever is being done was pretty fucking spot on. I mean, like on Comics After Dark, he was Deadpool. Had the whole attitude of Deadpool while he's doing his dance. And it's just like, dude, that's just awesome. It's for a small, for an individual that's small in height, his performance is large in attitude and everything is larger in proportion. I mean, you would think that his personality took up the whole stage. Phoenix Rain. He is a tall, lanky motherfucker. And I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just that he's tall, he's lanky. I mean, he's got arms. He's got a wingspan probably as tall as he is. Kind of like my friend Wolfie. I mean, he's about the same way. But the way he moves, the way he prances, I guess you could say, about on stage, it's like if I were to do that, and the same way with a lot of the other ladies, Katarina, Lorelai, Sophie, if I were to do that, I would fall flat on my ass. There's just no way that this ginger would get up on stage and do half the shit that they're doing. Because it's just that mesmerizing to watch. But with Phoenix, he used to be in one of the circus, not circus, but like the Cirque du Soleil, that type of group for his performances. And he can bend himself in ways that make my man parts hurt. That's the only way I know how to put it. And it's just amazing. I don't know how a man that tall could bend himself in such a way as if to call him a pretzel. It's craziness and everything. But the performances of Katarina and Sophie, Lorelai, who else? Clyde, Phoenix. Oh, I snapped. The simple things. And Gypsy Havoc. The name of this person is Gypsy Havoc. For some reason, I kept wanting to call her Gypsy Rose. And I'm thinking, wait, where have I heard that from? That's from Pacific Rim. Gypsy Rose is one of the robots there, one of the mechs, one of the Avas, so to speak. But Gypsy Rose was there. From my understanding, and from my recollection from a few years back, Gypsy Havoc is one of those individuals that is highly sought after in St. Louis to do burlesque or to do appearances or to do shows. Being a drag queen, you do definitely want to be the one that wants to be gotten, I guess you can say, for lack of better terminology. She's very sought after. And now 708 has her. And for rightly good reason. She's tall. She's got a commanding presence on the stage. Very unique, very exotic to look at. And just her overall attitude. Even after the show was over, I was sitting with DJ A, queuing up music to play, and here she comes waltzing up. Hey, can I request a song? Hey, hon, can I request a song? I'm going to request this. Very soft-spoken, very southern kind of voice. And, I had told her, I don't know how you do it, but that you did fantastic, and everything. And she also was humble. Not a lot, I'm not going to say that. But I have seen some drag queens not be humble about what they do. She was not one of those. She was very humble about what she did. And overall, just fantastic. In the middle of doing all Ludo's songs, she decided to do a tribute to David Bowie, singing Space Oddity. And that was... Thank you, phone, for vibrating while I'm trying to record text messages. But everything was fantastic. I mean, everything I've said pales in comparison to what I've written and from actually being there. So the only thing I can really say is if you want to have a great time with fantastic food and a great burlesque show, because they change it up roughly every month and a half, go. Okay? Go. Because next March, or this coming March, they're going to do a different theme called Disney After Dark. And I don't know what they're going to do with that, because it's going to be Disney characters, and yeah, that's going to be neat. Because I can't wait to see if Mickey or Minnie Mouse come out on stage. I doubt they're going to do Mickey or Minnie. But it's Disney, so who knows what's going to happen. I will definitely be there. I will be there doing another review, taking pictures. I'll probably have a better camera instead of using my cell phone. So I probably won't live tweet pictures like I did this time around. But definitely you'll want to go. Definitely go to 708 for the people, for the drinks, for the food, for the performance. Fantastic venue to go to. And I'm not just saying that because, ooh, hey, the bar manager is a friend of mine, and I'm giving a good review to drive people there. No. If it wasn't good, I would have let her know. All right? I mean, if something goes bad in that bar, I'm going to let her know. Hey, I saw some of your group not doing this, or I saw this. You know, I had seen one thing happen. I ain't going to lie. But I saw one thing happen. And I told her about it. I go, well, you know, I'm sorry I have to tell you this, but this is what happened. And she turns to me and she goes, no, Penguin. No, Xavier. You know, she didn't call me that, but regardless. No, Xavier, I want you to tell me. Because I'm not always up seeing every little thing. So if something bad happens or something out of the ordinary, let me know, because I want to fix it. I want to make this bar great. And I'm like, wow. That's some dedication. So, I mean, she wants to make the bar great. And that is fantastic. And I think she is doing a damn good job. Between her, boss, and Katerina, they have got a good thing going. You want a good time. You want good food and drinks. A good atmosphere to be in. It doesn't matter if you're black, white, Asian, Mexican, gay, lesbian, trans, whatever. It don't matter what your sexuality is, doesn't matter what your nationality is, doesn't matter the color of your skin. You want a good place to go, that's the place to go. All right? The 3 times that I've been there thus far, I have not seen any arguments, I have not seen any scuffles, any kind of issues arise. It's all, as cliche of a term as I can call it, it's all love and fun. So definitely go. So enough of me talking. I've got a swallow of Coke left. Then I got to move on to my Dr. Pepper, which I'm really wanting a Coke, but I'm not going to walk uphill half a block to the Shell station because it's snowing outside and I'm the only one here, so I can't leave. So I have to deal with my Dr. Pepper, which again is not a bad soda. It's just I prefer Coke. So anyway, if you have any questions that you want me to not ask, why do I always do that? Why do I always say that? If you have any questions that you want me to answer or talk about, or a topic that you want me to talk about in my own way, if you look on the screen, you will see some information pop up. That information is to send me an email. Send it to me at xavior.penguin@disturbed-penguin.net. Subject line podcast questions, and I'll be more than happy to look at that and answer them. Right now I don't have any, but that's fine. I'm sure that'll pick up probably soon. Here's hoping. But no, send me a question. I'll answer it in my own way, give advice in my own way, and all of that. But for right now, I am going to let you go so that way you can either get back to work or get back to doing whatever. I'd like to thank you for watching, if you were watching the video, even though it's just one static image, or listening on the podcast that I'll have up on my website, disturbed-penguin.net. I should have a way for you to listen on the website to download so you can listen to it later on, or set up your own favorite podcast player and things like that. Thank you for listening. My name is Xavior Penguin, and I'll catch y'all on the flip side.